Hey everyone, welcome back to the SPFx Form tutorial series. In this video, we are working with the SharePoint Choice Column, specifically the single select type, and learning how to insert the selected value into a SharePoint list from a SPFx web part using PnPjs and Fluent UI. So what I will do, I will show you what we are going to create in this video. We are just going to create this event type. We have already created all this. We are going to add this and we'll fetch the data from the list. I have the list available and this is the choice column that we have. If I edit this, if I show you, this is the choice column. It is single select only. Default is none. So I have kept it as no for allow multiple selection. These are the choices that we have, and we are going to insert that into a SharePoint list from the web part. So what I will do, I will show you how it will be. We'll add some test event Feb 13. I'll add some random email ID. I will add the comment, some random comment. Experience will be 7. Date of joining I will add 2019. Feb 14, and event will be webinar, and I will click on register event. You can see the event is registered, and if I refresh this, I will be able to see it here, right? So this is what we are going to do in our tutorial, and I will also show you where we are. Like, we have already covered the part 1 where I've covered the text type, multi-line text. Then I covered the number type, date type. In this video we are covering the choice type. So I'll show you where we are with the project. So I will close this now, and I will stop this. Close this also. In here, go to the YouTube SPFx. These are the projects I have created on SPFx, and I will add the link in the description. Also, I will add the link in the description of part 1 till part 3. So this is the project name, event registration. I will open this and I will open with code, or else what you can do, you can go here, you can do CMD, and I will add code, and I will run this gulp serve. We'll go to the project and let this reload. It has been reloaded, so I will go again here. If you can see, when I did the gulp serve, this link was open. So what do we have to do? We have to get this, get this link till layout, and here we have to do the duplicate of this, and we have to here we have to paste after this. Just remove this closing of curly bracket and enter, and I will add the web part. You can see we have all this. We have date of joining. We don't have the event type. We have to add that, so we will be working on that. For this, I'll not add the data because we have already covered that in part 3. In part 4 we are going to cover the event type. So what I will do, again, I will stop this and we will start with the coding. Here, after date of joining, here we will add event type string, and next will be event type options, and it will be of array of string, right? And after this we have the constructor. We have to work on that. Event type, this will be undefined, event type. So we have wrote event type and event type options. Event type is basically will store what is selected when we have the drop down, and event type option is basically to get all these choices and store it in an array, this array, and get it in the drop down, the list of drop down that we have. I'll show you how we are going to proceed with that. This is done. The next part will be adding the drop down. So I'll go here and here. I will add the drop down label event type placeholder select event type, and that's it. And here we have to add the options as well. What I will do, I will go here and I will add the missing attribute so it will not give any error. We have to work on this options, and we have to work on selected key and on change as well. We will be working on that after I write all these codes. Here what we have to do, we have to create one function. So here I will add the private load event type choices is equal to async promise void try const. We have to set the variable field is equal to await this dot sp dot web dot list dot get by title event registration. We have already added somewhere. This can get this. This is the list name. Just add it here. Dot fields dot get by internal name or title. We have the name of our column as event type. So get this event type and add it here. And copy paste it. This dot set state, and I will add the catch as well just to get rid of this error. Catch error console dot error error loading event type choices error. Right, this is done. Event type options field dot choices, else it will be null. Done with this. Just get this. Because it is not used anywhere, we have to use it. The options, I will remove this, the empty array that we have. This dot state dot event type options dot map option opt, and round bracket, inside this it will be curly bracket, key text, here it will be selected key, this dot state dot event type, on change. After this it will be round bracket underscore comma option and this dot set state and round bracket curly bracket event type option dot key as string. That's it. We'll check if we are getting the data correctly or not. So we still have this error. We have to add the component did mount. So public component did mount void, inside this will be this dot load event type choice dot catch error console dot error round bracket, and here it will be error only, and save it. And let's see now if we are getting the list of choices as an option in the drop down list. Let's check if it has, yeah, it has been reloaded. I will go here, I will reload this. So here if we see, we have got all the choices that we have in the list, which is here webinar and all those. Now you saw, right, all this list of choices in the drop down. So that is done. But if we add the data, if we add the data here, so if I say it 26 test, we'll add some random comment, everything, date of joining will be some random date, and if I add webinar or internal meeting, if I click on register event, it will register, but we don't have the data. If I have to show you, if I scroll it down, if you see, we have added the mid-year 2026, but we didn't got the internal meeting as a event type. So we have to work on that now, and it is very easy to do. I will close this, and for that we have to go here in the handle submit, and if you see here, we have this variable created title for all the columns. I have to add the event type here, event type, and then here to add the comma event type, because that is our column name, right, event type, and then I have to add the event type here. And if I save it now, won't get any error, and if I run it, if I refresh this now, I will add some random date test event 2026 data 1, employee ID some random number, comments again some random comments, experience I will add 6, date of joining will be something from 2022 April 15, and I will add this as a workshop, and I will click on register event, and it says event registered successfully. If I go here, if I refresh this, you can see the data is available. Test event 2026 data 1, comments, experience, and date of joining, and then the event type that we worked on today. So we are done with this. We are done with the choice type for single select only. The next video we will be working on multi-select choice type. So that's it guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you really did, please subscribe to my channel, and I'll be back with another video like this. Thank you and bye.